Welcome to Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod, Living the Dream, a show that celebrates ordinary people who do extraordinary things. Hear what motivated them to attain their goals, see which circumstances molded their character and turned them into everyday heroes. Learn more about this show and the hosts for Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod TV and radio on Facebook. Now here are your hosts, the Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod, Kathleen O'Keefe Canavas and Lori Boyle.
Welcome everyone to Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod. We have a special show for you tonight. I'm Kathleen O'Keefe Canavas, one of your Wicked Housewives, and at the end of the table is Lori Boyle, our other Wicked Housewife on Cape Cod. And today we have the Central New Hampshire Paranormal Society, known as CHIPS, and it's CNHPS. They're with us, and they are also the Haunted in New England TV series hosts. So we're going to be talking about hauntings in New England, and we've got some great information for you. So don't go away, keep the channel on, and we're going to be telling you some ghost stories that you are not going to believe.
Who are you talking to?
So I'd like to introduce our guest, Eric Perry. Eric is the founder of the Central New Hampshire Paranormal Society, which was founded in October of 2010 with Sandra Bartlett. His interest in the paranormal started at the young age of 10 while visiting the House of Seven Gables in Salem, Massachusetts. It was at this notoriously haunted location that he saw his first apparition, a shadow person. Eric is the author of 2 books and is the host of Haunted in New England, a local television show. He is the father of 3 beautiful children and is married to the woman of his dreams, his lovely wife, Tonya. And we also have David Courier. David has over 4 years of experience in the search to prove the existence of ghosts. He is the former CEO of Central New Hampshire Paranormal Society and is the current founder of the Paranormal Researchers, offering our findings, the proof. David loves to disprove and often ends up proving there is more to life and death than what we see. He loves to help clients find peace of mind. So welcome, you guys. It is
Thank you.
so fun to have you here because it's close to Halloween and we want to hear all the ghost stories.
We do. So Eric and David, what brought you guys together under the umbrella of paranormal? Is this something you were always interested in all your life and then you found each other? Or you found each other and then decided you were interested in it?
We actually found each other at a paranormal conference in Nashua, New Hampshire, called Paranormal Unity Conference in 2012, roughly.
I believe that was.
Yeah, about 2012. Yeah. And we got together, and it was something that we were like talking all the time. And he was going through a change in his group that he was in at the time, and we decided, why don't you come over with me?
Oh, so you had a paranormal group?
I was with another group. They were Keene Paranormal Society, and it was one of those things that...
Keene, New Hampshire?
Yeah.
That's where I went to college.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, we lasted probably a couple of years, and then he decided to try some new things on his own. And I was like, now what do I do? You know, I wasn't really had the experience to try things on my own. That's when I met Eric, I said, you know, can you teach me what you know? Because his name is pretty well known out there. You know, let me know what you know. And I was just honored to be able to join his group.
Wow. So just to build this platform, Eric, you've got the psychic abilities, and you have the big heart.
I do.
The brave heart to go out there.
I hear that from everybody.
Okay, good.
But Dave, how did you get interested in the first place in the paranormal?
You know, a lot of it has to do with, like, you know, most people say they watch the ghost hunters, you know, the taps on TV. But I actually had an experience, when I was like 9 years old, my first experience was a UFO. I couldn't explain what I saw. And it just blew it off for several years until I was adult. And then when I got with my wife in our first apartment, we kept hearing the noises. And I'm like, all right, what's going on here? There's got to be something beyond what we can see with our own eyes. And I took a gamble of looking for other groups, saying, I just want to try this one time, to say I've tried it. And I just fell in love with it.
And you got hooked on it.
I got hooked on it.
Yeah. Oh, great. So tell us about some of the hauntings that you've seen. Eric.
Been to Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, where I watched a ball move around a room and watch an apparition come up and slam solid steel doors in front of me.
Oh my God.
Total shadow. Then with Eastern State Penitentiary, we saw shadows popping in and out of the jail cells. Now, there was a dog, it was actually locked up in Eastern State for killing cats.
The dog,
Oh,
they locked the
They
dog
locked
up
the
for
dog
killing
up.
cats?
Killing
Never
cats.
heard of that.
Okay.
And the dog's spirit actually still roams the ground.
Could you see the dog?
You could see the dog.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
You could see the dog.
So you're seeing all this,
Yep.
but you're not, Dave, right?
I was actually not at that one with him.
No, he wasn't with us at the time. A lot of the cases that we've been doing, like with Dave, Westmoreland is one of them.
Absolutely.
And where is that?
That's in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Okay.
Dave and I were, and it shocked him, we were at the town hall meeting house?
It's actually called the Parker Hill Meeting House, yeah.
Yeah, we were there, and we were taking pictures up on the stage. We were far back. We were taking pictures, and I said, Dave, hurry up, take a picture, because I saw the little girl go by. He took a picture, snapped it with the flash, and all of a sudden you saw the little girl standing there.
You could see the,
There
the
was
picture.
5 of us investigators, and you see this little girl just sitting there in little pews, like a church would be, just sitting there, and she was rocking back and forth.
And that's exactly what you saw?
That's exactly what I saw.
So you can see it, but they can't?
Correct.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Until they take the picture.
Correct.
Right,
Oh.
right.
It'll show up on camera. Like auras will show up on a camera.
Right. No,
That's
we've
like-
gotten, like with Dave, he's gotten some really good evidence. He actually captured what's that place in Conway we went to? It was an inn that we did, and he actually was the Cabernet Inn.
Cabernet Inn, yes.
He was in his room sleeping, and all of a sudden you saw up on the wall, you saw shadows go across the wall of people, and everyone was sound asleep. This is all going
This
on.
is while I'm sleeping. The camera's set up to shoot across my bed, and we've had people looking at it, and we cannot figure out what this is. And our psychic that was with us at the time was saying, you don't want to be in that room. You don't want to be in that room. Me being me, I'm like, that's where I want to be,
Right.
I want to be where the activity is.
Right.
And sure enough, right on the camera, you see the closet door open, and then something shoot out across it.
Wow. But you weren't bothered by it at all?
I was sound asleep. I didn't realize it until after we go over the evidence. We looked at the film, and I'm like, wow.
Now, when you're asleep, do you get any dreams or any...
I've been attacked in my sleep.
Oh,
Well,
really?
at least once, by the ghost of Eagle Mountain House. Brought it home with me, went to sleep. About 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, felt these 2 icy hands come on my back.
Oh, my God.
I had a belt hanging on a closet. What happened was the next morning I woke up and I had belt marks up and down my arms and the belt on the floor.
Do you remember getting hit by the belt?
No,
No.
no.
So have you ever been hurt, physically hurt by
Yeah, I've
these
been
ghosts?
scratched, bit, punched, thrown, different
Wow.
things.
Tell us the story about how you were thrown.
We were at Penhurst Asylum, Dave and I and another investigator. We were with a group of people. I'd say there was a good 20 people with us,
Oh, easily.
easily. And we were walking through, and the lady said to us, the psychic that was with us, it's going to pick out the strongest one, it's going to nail you. It's like, okay, let's see what you can do. Yeah, what it did, I'm walking, I got a night vision camera in hand, and I actually have it on film, me being picked up and tossed. The camera, you see the camera and me go for a ride.
Wow. And you're a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been something.
What did you do when that? I mean, did you get mad at the ghost for
Oh,
tossing you?
For me, that was like, okay, I'm ready for more. Come on, show me what you got.
Wow. And do you ever get scared? I mean, did
No.
these things ever make you
No, I've
fearful?
actually gotten scared, I think, once or twice because they weren't nice ones.
Oh.
I mean, we had an experience down in a private residence where we just finished up the investigation, and we were talking to the client about what we were going to do. And as I'm talking to the client, you see 3 claw marks right on Eric's appear. And
Oh
the
my
client was
goodness.
totally freaked out by it. But you have to remember, you're there to help them, not to make things worse. So you have to assure them, this is just something trying to get Eric's attention.
Right.
It's not
Claw
malevolent.
marks going down his neck.
You know,
Don't worry, it's okay.
You know,
They just
right.
want him to know
you
they're
have
there.
to. You have to remain calm because you have to be professional. And again, you're there to help the clients make it better for them. You
It's
don't
just-
want to make it worse.
That same thing happened when we were at Fort Knox in Maine. Dave got scratch marks down the side of his neck.
Wow.
Did you feel him when they happened?
I never realized that. He was, I'm holding the camera in my hand, and he's like, Dave, hold on. I'm like, what, Eric, what? And again, we have this on video. I'm like, what's going on? And Eric, along with 2 other investigators, says, Dave, you're being attacked. We got it on camera, and sure
we
enough.
want that.
Sure enough,
we
absolutely.
want that
We wanna see
video.
that.
We'll absolutely hand that over to you.
And during that time, shortly after he got attacked, we're walking down these stairs at Fort Knox. I couldn't move. I was frozen in spot. Could
Really?
not move. And when the guy spun around with the thermal camera, he actually could see something with me. in the
It's
camera.
like
He could
standing
see
in
one
front
part
of
of my
you,
face
or-
started going all cold.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So when you feel these cold spots, do you feel the cold spots as well?
I can sometimes. Normally for me, I won't feel them like Eric does. I'll get, the classic goosebumps, and you'll feel that static electricity around you that says, hey, something's
Oh, boy.
here, something's here.
Yeah.
Now, when you work with clients, right, because you go into personal homes,
Yes.
people who have hauntings and they want to get rid of this ghost, what do they tell us about one of those stories? How do they perceive the ghost? What happens?
It's tricky because a lot of times, you'll have the client and they'll think the general population is going to think you're crazy. Who's going to believe you don't have something you can't see? I mean, so you have to assure them, one, you're not crazy. We're going to find out what's going on and what it possibly could be. From animal noises to
A
simple
pipe shaking.
Exactly.
Like that.
You're going to go in
It could
trying
be
to
nothing.
right.
Yeah.
It could be, but you don't also want to make them sound like they are crazy. You have to do your research, find out what was on the land, what was around you.
Wow. And they're pretty scared by this time. By the time they call you, I mean, they
Right,
they really
right.
want to.
Right. Well, one of the things
solve this thing.
we've run into
Absolutely.
with teams that go into homes is this: screaming demons.
Oh, really?
Other teams will go into a home
demons.
and screaming demons. Demons are very rare. It's like winning the lottery.
Oh, really?
Oh, absolutely.
We've never come across one.
No. Oh, that's good.
See, a lot of people want to say
Yeah, I would like
they
that.
would
Friendly
say
ghosts like Casper.
right. A lot of people will say the word demon because they don't like being touched. They're afraid of it. So they're thinking if it's something that touches them, it has to be evil. No, it's Uncle Charlie or whatever is trying to get your attention, and this is the only way he knows how. Now we don't know. This is what we're trying to figure out: the spirit world, how they communicate with us. When they're touching us, to them it may be a light touch, but will show up to us as a scratch. We don't know. This is one of the things that we're trying to figure out: how they communicate with us.
Right, because they're in the spirit world, and so in order to be able to touch them or leave a mark on them, they've got to manifest in this world. They've got to pull the energy from the room, and that's what makes it really cold. And it'll often turn off lights or turn on lights. So they don't always know how much strength they're applying per square pound, as it were, on your arm until you get a mark. But unfortunately, when they're tapping you like this, going, I'm here, it could leave little dents
Absolutely.
in your skin.
Right.
So tell us a little bit, when we were talking on the phone before, you told me about the crawler. I want our audience to know about the crawler.
The crawler is at St. Albans Sanitarium, along with Smokey. Smokey was a killer. He, when you see this apparition up close, you're not going to believe what he looks like. He's a tall guy, 6'2", 6'3", about 200, 300 pounds. Carries a wrench in his hand covered in blood. His bottom part's all smoke, his long hair, and his head's down. He dismembered a female patient in the hospital, put her underneath the boiler, and dragged her body parts out along the asylum.
Wow.
They brought a forensic team into the asylum to find out exactly what's going on. They put the luminol down and followed the blood trail as far as they could.
Oh my goodness.
This was while he was alive.
Yes,
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and he did this in the asylum?
he did this in the asylum.
Wow.
The crawler is a whole different ball game. The crawler is something that would really creep you out if you saw him up close and personal. His arms are backwards, his legs, his feet, his head. Best way I can describe him, he looks like a cricket. And he crawls the ceilings, and when he wants to deal with you, he will mess with you. He messed with my wife on the investigation at St. Albans. Came down and looked her right in the face.
But she couldn't see him.
She couldn't see him, but I
Oh.
did, up close and personal.
Are you the only one who could see him?
No, there was other members of the staff of St. Albans who've seen him too.
Did you get him on film?
We actually have interaction caught on film with him with other people that were with us during the night.
And did you think that, did it seem like he was mean? Or he was
He's
going to hurt anyone?
misunderstood. He was actually misunderstood. It was a disease that he had. They had him in shackles and everything, and ripped clothing. They just mislabeled him and misunderstood him.
So were his arms and legs really twisted up like that?
Yes.
In real life?
Real life. It was a medical condition.
Oh my goodness. So he really
He had physical
he was a real
impairment.
patient there, huh?
He may have been perfectly normal mentally, but when you have those physical impairments and you're put into an asylum back then, it's not going to take long before you're going to have impairments mentally as well, because you have to deal with the other patients. You know,
Right.
it's one flew over the cuckoo's nest on steroids.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
that must be awful. So most of these ghosts really come from awful situations.
Sometimes.
Are they mostly what you see, or do you see more friendly apparitions? Or
I would say in the most part, it was mostly friendly. I mean, like Eric said before, you know, they talk about the evil, the demons. Those are, again, very rare. And most of the times, they're just people that some of them don't even know they're dead. You know, we have different type of hauntings where you have what we know as residual haunting. That's something, a traumatic experience that is stuck in time. They don't even know you're there.
Right.
You know, and then you have the intelligence ones that they can talk to you. They can interact with you.
There's 4 classifications of spirits.
Okay.
There's the residual, there's the intelligent, there's the demonic, and then there's the poltergeist.
oh, wow.
Poltergeist I've come across once.
And what was that like?
It was in Kentucky, New Hampshire, house dated back into the 1970s. The gentleman that actually worked there works at an asylum in Concord, New Hampshire. He was there, and we were looking, and all of a sudden the TV was unplugged. We unplugged everything, made sure all the lights were out. We went to go turn the lights on. Pop, 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 pop. TV on and off, on and off, on and off. Doors opening and closing, motion sensors, shadow detectors all going off, footsteps, voices, everything.
And that was poltergeists?
That was a poltergeist.
How do you know that? I mean, how do you classify that?
That we classified as a poltergeist due to the extent of energy that it was putting out. We actually have it on film, the door opening. Then when you see the door open, you look outside, you see a table with an umbrella. All of a sudden you see that umbrella pulled right after it.
Okay, so this was all happening like at the same time?
He brought
the
home a
lights
former
and-
patient of the hospital. That's what he did. He went into the old section of the hospital.
So this was at your client's house?
Yes,
That this stuff was going
this is
on?
all going on.
Wow. And do you actually remove the ghost? Do you
They
get
actually
them to leave?
moved, and no one's moved back into that house ever since.
Okay, so they moved and they didn't have that problem anymore?
Right.
Oh, that's good.
They may have taken it with them. Sometimes your ghosts will follow you, they won't stay in your house. They'll kind of go with you. It's you that they want, not necessarily the house. So I know that you are planning to go to American Stonehenge
Yes.
on Halloween Day.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that.
American Stonehenge contacted us to come out last year to do an investigation with the public. We invite the public to all this one. We went out there, first time we went out there with Dave and everybody. We had some great interaction. We had some good EVPs, stuff like that, even with the people that we had with us. We were actually filmed with NBC TV for that.
Oh, great.
And it was interesting because what happened was during the night, different things happened to different people. We were being told during the night.
So they camped out there?
No, we actually were there until 9 o'clock at night. After we left, we started getting emails from people.
Oh.
And I think the part about the Stonehenge and places like that makes it so fun is to bring the public in and you get to educate them as well, because a lot of people, they don't know where to turn to when they have experiences. So when they come out to us and say, what are we all about? We let them try our gear, you know, and we'll answer their questions and find out, you know, this is what you can experience yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So Lori and I, the Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod, are going to be joining the Paranormal New England group here in Stonehenge on Halloween Eve, All Hallows Eve. So it should be really interesting. We're really looking forward to that. We have no idea what's going to happen, but we're going to roll with the punches, and we may end up doing just that, rolling with the punches from the sound of it. So we want to thank all of you for being with us today, but before we sign off, I just want our guests to let you know how you can get in touch with them if you have anything going on in your house. And they're actually going to be staying with me in my house tonight. They're going to be setting up equipment, so any information that they get, we'll have them on with another segment so they can explain to you how haunted my house is and why I really don't care. The more the merrier.
We've already had experiences there while we were there tonight.
Well,
Yeah, you
did?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
You
heard
did?
little boy Blue.
Oh, okay. Because Kat, you've said it's haunted.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is in the best way possible. I mean, our little boy Blue plays with the cats, so the cats love him. So tell our audience how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, they can get a hold of Haunted in New England at 603-851-4369, or you can find us on our website at www.hauntedinnew-england.com.
And of course, don't forget our Facebook page.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
Facebook page.
Yeah, like them on
Great Facebook page. Yes, and watch for their TV show, is it called Paranormal New England?
It's actually called Haunted in New England,
Haunted in New England.
and we're going to be on Death Television and
Death Television.
Death Television and the New Hampshire Coalition of Community Media.
Okay, so tell us
Great.
about Death Television. I've never heard of that. What is it?
It's an internet-based television network that deals with different TV shows, and we're in great company. We're there with Carl Johnson of Taps.
So it's like syndicated. So
Yeah.
you're syndicated on that? That's really cool. That's great.
Fantastic. So you have all these shows already done already.
We're working
To go
on
on.
them.
Yeah,
yes.
we're filming them now, and we hope to put them in the production studio soon.
Oh, fantastic.
And I do a lot of the editing, and
Yeah.
a lot of the crew do.
I do a lot of our editing too.
Yeah.
I know what that's like.
So if there's one thought you'd like to leave our audience with tonight on what to do if they think their house is haunted, what would you tell them to do?
Don't say it's a demon. Don't.
Personally, I would trust your faith.
Yeah.
Start off by trusting your faith and just asking whichever God you believe in, you know, to protect you and
And
Look-
just take your home back. Let them
Absolutely.
know that it's your home.
Okay. You know, I went to a dinner party one time, and two of the people there said to me they have ghosts in their house. One lived across the street next to a cemetery, and they thought that probably someone who lived in that house was buried in that cemetery and would come back and play little tricks on them, like they would move a vase from the table to the floor, or you know, put out teacups on the table that weren't there before, things like that. But they were very blasé about it.
right.
You know, yeah, we have a ghost.
We had a case that was like that, so where a lady actually would put her teacups away at night. She'd wake up in the morning, and her teacups would be back out. So,
I think we got to stop for a sec. You get some water? We might have to say that teacup one again.
Why don't you close it off again? I'll just sit here quietly.
Oh, okay. How we doing? We're ready.
We're down to 1 minute.
Demon in your throat.
Yep.
with a demon in the throat.
We can take that. We can do
Go
it, something with
ahead.
that.
And we only have 1 minute.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us this Halloween. And I hope you enjoyed these ghost stories, because we're going to have more when we come back to tell you all about. We're going over to the Old Yarmouth Inn tonight, and we'll let you know how it goes.
Thank you for joining Lori Boyle and Kathleen Cat O'Keefe Cannabis on Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod. Don't forget to like us on Facebook for our show updates, and join us next time when we showcase more everyday heroes.